Hi, I want to invite you for another amazing intuitive guide podcast today. Today we have Avinash Mankala, and his story is interesting because he was a college dropout to a successful agency owner who leverages AI in creating great results for clients. About his dropout story, about the family support, how important social media is in business. He also has a special offer for us, so stay tuned. And I'm welcoming Avinash now.
Yeah,
Like I said, welcome to the show. Glad you're here. Let's find out more about you. So, how do you go from college dropout to successful entrepreneur, AI um, company, social media company? Tell me your story.
firstly, thank you again for inviting me over here. So I have started this 3 years back. So in past 2019, I'll tell you a little background about myself. I was a middle class family in India,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
and during that time, my grandparents were into government sector. So we had good influence over the place. But later on, she retired, because of which our this economic got staggered. So due to which we thought of uh, to do something new, and I was thinking of to do learn something and do something. And then in 2020, as we all know, COVID came, and
Yeah.
during that time I just started off doing, and that's how I went it from college dropout to a successful entrepreneur right now.
Well, and in a way, we could say a blessing in disguise, right?
Yeah,
Because
you can say.
because you weren't going to school anyways, right? Like with everything shut down, you're not going to school anyways. And so like
Mhm.
that's what I love about your story is like you could have sat at home and went, "Oh, now what am I going to do? I can't go to school." And like so many of your generation, you're saying, well, I'm at home. Let's figure out what I can do on this computer, right? Let's figure out what everyone's talking about. And
Yeah,
you guys are just going, okay, like I got this. I can do this, right?
yeah,
And
right.
and so I also like how when you show up in networking, your age does not
Yeah.
show. Your age does not show because we're all like, wow, this is a young man who knows his stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Many of them told the same, that your age and your work you do doesn't even match anywhere.
Yeah. And it's interesting because um like so much of the like with what I do, it's just I know the energetics of it, right? And then it comes to the computer stuff and I'm like, "What? What?" And you're like, "Got it. Got it. I got you handled," right? And so we appreciate this.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. And so I know in another conversation we talked about here you were the dropout, yet
Mhm.
you have the people working for you who have the degrees.
Yeah.
How
So
how do
yeah,
how
I
do
have
they
some of
like
the
that?
members. Some of them don't. To be very honest, some of them don't know that I'm a college dropout, so they don't have any of it like that. But some of the members who are like working with me from a long time and they are close to me,
Uh-huh.
uh, they just tend of uh, one person just say, why even I did degree when I'm working over here like this. It would be better if I have started something of my own. And the other person would is like, okay, though I'm having degree, but he
Yeah.
has some knowledge that I don't have.
Yeah.
and I need to learn. Some of them have the positive look of it, and some of them have the negative look of it.
Well, and I say the ones that have the positive outlook, you're here to join
Hmm.
forces together, right? And it's not about um, competition.
Yeah,
Like you're the one that has taken the risks to start the business, and they
yeah,
want a job. So if their skills aren't
yes,
helping
exactly.
you keep the job going, then it's a lose lose, right? So if they say, well,
Yeah,
okay, so you're a young man, like you're the entrepreneurial type, they're not, and this is awesome, right? That's why we have all of us, right?
yeah, exactly.
Some people
Mhm.
will never own a business, and that's okay. And some people will own many businesses, but we can't do it
True, very
without
true.
each, and we can't do it without each other.
Exactly.
So
I
we,
completely agree with that. Even if I see over my network, like over here in India, I have some of the connections who are like almost half of my age, and yet they have started and they are doing very good. Like they are doing good than better than me. So that's something actually triggers me like, oh, maybe I should have started much more earlier.
yeah.
So, and that's very true. You always need to have that risk-taking factor that will make you to soar that heights.
Hmm. So what got you interested in the computers and AI and social media other than you're born into it? Like um
Mhm.
you guys didn't know not having computers, right?
No, actually, if I say over that, as I said, my grandparents were into government sector, so we were financially okay at that time. So, and we were like in India, we usually have joint families.
Mm-hmm.
So my father's brother, who's like paternal uncle for me,
Yeah.
he was a software engineer. So during when I was, I guess, 5 or 6 years, he brought a computer. Uh, it was like that black and white monitor, big monitor, all. So from that time only, I used to be very computer enthusiast. I used
Mhm.
to do many things. I used to search. I used to uh, do everything, gaming, all stuffs. So it always made me that uh, learner from that stage only. But I never thought that I would start this, but maybe it's the COVID and that time gap that gave me the leverage to think about it.
Well, and you're not the only one. Like I have friends whose son even here is like, well, they won't let me go to university, and he was kind of going down
Mhm.
the computer programmer route anyways. So he just self-taught himself. Like,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And now it's like, okay, well, I'm self-taught. Like, so I don't have the piece of paper. And the piece of paper, yes, is important, and yet
Mhm.
it's not,
Yeah, completely
right?
understand. I'm completely with
Because
this.
because I find companies like even just like a few minutes ago, I like someone was, was a headhunter, right? Saying, here's some
Hmm.
things to look for your next ideal employee.
Mhm.
And I said, those are great points, but go further than the resume,
Mhm.
right? Because the resume
Yeah,
has no personality. The resume doesn't have
yeah,
culture fit. The resume, right? And so that's what I'm saying with you is that so you don't have the piece of paper, but you have the culture fit. You have the I'm going to go out and go to every networking, meet all these people, connect with them so I can hire the culture
yeah.
fit. So I can hire the people with the education, right? And build that community within your business of supporting,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, in fact, I would say more than education, I look over the knowledge. Like there's a person in my company who I recently hired, but he's yet not graduated,
Mm-hmm.
is still doing his study, but is working part time with me. And the only reason that I took him was the knowledge that he had over the startup culture, over the startup things, over the communication, over the handling. He was so good in understanding that factors that I thought, okay, let's take him. There were, and to be honest, I never had that culture of taking the uh, graduates or postgraduates. It's just the knowledge that I saw and from where I just picked up. And there's like if you say about the priorities, then education would be the last for me.
Mm-hmm.
First would be the character, and the second would be the uh, how committed they are. Third would be how knowledgeable they are according to the standards. Like,
Yeah.
come on, a degree can't buy the knowledge, and at the same time, uh, a character. If you have a character, then later on we can give you skills. So
Yeah.
that's not a problem.
Well, and I also know from our conversations, you also
Mhm.
run your company from your gut.
Yeah,
Very intuitive. Do you
yeah,
find that?
yeah. I find that, but that's okay. Like, that's common.
Well, it is maybe for your circle, but not for a lot of people, right? Like
Yeah.
it's mother's intuition or dad's business sense. And I'm like, it's all intuitive. Like we all listen to our gut to say, do we go here? Or do we do this? Should we, right? And um
Hmm.
it's following that inner knowing that is right for
Right.
you, right?
Right.
Right. Because
Mhm.
do you think you would have done this if um COVID didn't happen?
Uh, I wouldn't say COVID didn't happen. I would keep it up like if my grandmother's retirement was didn't happen over 2019. Uh, like at least before I started my college, then I wouldn't get into this. Like seriously, because before this, what my thinking was, like I was only learner. As I said, I was a computer enthusiast, so I was learning many things. I was into many things, doing something or other every time. So I was more into learning. So I was more into gaining knowledge. So at that time, I didn't had an idea of starting a business firstly, and the second, the reason for it was I didn't took money in the first place. Like I didn't took money as an important factor for me at that time because we were financially okay and we were happy with the things. But once the 2019 the incident happened, it was a mind shift for me that okay, though knowledge is something that you need to have, but money is also something that you should have to survive in this era. So that's where the shift started. So I think COVID was not the big factor. The big factor was my grandmother's retirement.
Yeah. Well, and I think as a world, COVID kind of made all of us do a pivot and kind of
Yeah,
say,
it pivoted.
so right.
Yeah,
But from what I understand and what you're saying is that you came from a family that did the schooling, did the government jobs, did the what was expected, right? Like go to
yeah,
school, get a good job, climb the ladder, like right?
yes,
And I could just imagine your family saying, "What is he doing? What do you mean you're not going to go to college? What do you mean you're going to start your own business? What is that?" So did you have any entrepreneurs in your circle of influence that could help you guide you, show you the way, or you're just going all on your own?
So when I started, I didn't had anyone in my surrounding. Like as you said, they were all in the same circle, same cycle of do a first study, then get a degree, then get a job, work for 30 years, then retire. They were all into the same cycle anyway. But as I said, it was me, my curiosity mind that made me just to take another direction first.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started, it was my privilege, or you could say it was my luck that the first person I got connected with, like the first client that I got was one of the biggest coach in India. So
Oh
because of
wow.
which my connections, yeah, because of which my connections went very good, very well. Like in 3 months before, I knew not anyone. I didn't know anyone in the whole country who is like an entrepreneur. And 3 months after, I have good connections all over India with some of the top coaches, consultants in different fields, different niches, agency owners, agency founders, company owners, and even some of the big names that I couldn't even take names. So that was a privilege for me, where my first client went so well that
Mhm.
it turned out into first it was my curiosity, and out of the curiosity, once I got that first person, that's where my circle changed, and from there I got to know about many people. As you know, I'm also networking.
Yeah.
So I got to know many people. I got to know their stories. I got to know what are they doing.
Yeah.
So that's how it all started. That's a mixture of it.
Yeah. Well, no, it's fascinating because I'm not the only one that says like you're a young man that's showing us how to do it differently, and you're showing up to these rooms of entrepreneurs that have been at it for a while, like, and you're just like,
Yeah.
hi, I'm here to say hi, and you just have this exuberance about you, and it's not like an age thing. It's just like you're just, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. And if we can work together, great. And if we don't, that's okay. And that's what I love
Yeah.
because like I say the same thing. My door's
Hmm.
open. If I'm supposed to
Yeah.
work with you, you'll open your side of the door. If not, it's great knowing
Exactly.
you. And it's interesting because people have said or have gotten into conversations about are they your competition? I'm like, no one's competition. Your skill set will help the people who are meant to be with you. Can
Yeah.
you, you know, hand it out to somebody else and they have a slightly different skill set that might fit one of your clients a little bit better? Sure, but your client's going to stay more loyal to you because you said, "Wow, thanks for
Yeah.
showing me, you know, Adele or whoever down the road because yeah, the fit is a little bit better, but I'll still keep you for this, right? They
Yeah.
might help you there, but they'll keep you for here." And I think that's
Yeah.
where, yeah, go ahead.
That that's a good point. But I just want to add one more thing.
Mhm.
Like the openness that I have right now, like to serve, to help. This was not past 2 years back. I was like into hardcore selling. Like, hey, Adil, come on, take my service. Come on, take my service. Come on, take my service.
And how
But
did it work for you?
yeah, and that didn't work.
Yeah.
Obviously, that didn't work. But once, if you see the services that you are giving, once you work with some clients, you know what the value that you are giving, and you also understand the market better. So after that, you are just like, okay, even if I give them some free advice, I have lots of other things that I can do if they become my client. So it's okay if they if I give them a free advice. Maybe if that will work for them, then they will be coming back to me. So that's a loyalty. So it's just like uh, whatever you give comes back to you. That's
Well,
simple.
and it's, as you say, this free advice because I'm the same way, right? I'm like, whatever, I'll give it away, right? But I also know that the little bit you might give away, it comes
Mhm.
back 100-fold, right?
Oh,
Because, well,
yeah.
because like have I bought your services? No. Have you given me free advice? Yes. Am I going to share you with everyone? Yes. Right? Like I actually have shared you with somebody and I'm like, "Oh, I have to get back to you because I actually don't know what I'm sharing." But anyways, so but it's like because our conversations are fun and it's like, and I look at the person and I'm like, "You probably get along with them too." But I'll find out what I'm actually sharing with you before right? Because we've
Yeah.
had lots of conversations in and out of networking and whatever. So it's yeah, it's good. It's good. And
Yeah.
so what is your actual specialty? Because AI is a huge basket, social is a huge basket, computers are a huge basket. So where is your niche?
Okay. So, firstly, I'll tell that my services that I usually work on are with marketing. So, I do all the digital marketing stuffs. So, AI is a very big thing, but uh, there is very, but AI can be used in every different things, like right from operations, then finances, and then in softwares, then in marketing and sales and everywhere. I integrated AI into marketing, which gives me an upper hand for me and for my clients also to, uh, you can say, elevate their chances of success. So that's
Hmm.
how I can put it up.
Cool. Yeah. AI is that necessary um black hole, right?
Yeah.
Because depending on the prompts,
Mm,
right? Like I'm thinking, okay, I'm going trajectory all the way left, right? I'm following it. I'm following it. And then all of a sudden,
yeah.
nope, you're over here and I'm like, "What? What?" Like, what happened? I thought we were on a path. Oh no, well we got new information, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, and so and that's what
Yeah.
it's like.
And it's very important.
Hmm?
Like for the prompts, it's very important.
Well,
It's
and
very
it's also
important regarding the prompts.
it also for me, it depends on too, is this what I'm supposed to be working on at this moment?
Hmm.
Because if I have a break in time and I go, oh, should I just go and chat GPT for an example and start fiddling with something? Is my mindset ready for it? Is my heart connected to what the outcome will be? If it's not, I shouldn't be anywhere near chat GPT because I'll go down that black hole and then I'll be like so frustrated because I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
that didn't give me anything. And then other days I'll be like, okay, so maybe I should look at my SWOT analysis. Maybe I should, see some different things. And then the results come back and it's like, oh, now I got really good focus. Now I know what, right? Where I got to go and,
Yeah.
have a few more conversations and you're like, oh, I got to go change what they said because, now I have new information to put in, which is going to give me that much
Mm.
further ahead, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
Mm.
so, and that's where I believe working with somebody like you get that different perspective of
Mm.
what you're trying to solve. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I might say my niche is this for marketing and you go, "Well, what about this one? And what about this one?" And I'm like, "I don't know. What about those? Tell me more."
Yeah, exactly. So that's where we think that we need to like we suggest to get you expert like us, because first thing is, uh, as a coach or as a consultant, you are doing your daily job, you're assisting your clients or you're trying to get them results, but you don't know what is what you need to try more in the marketing. But as we are going back forth with the same thing again and again, trying with different niches, different people, we actually know, we exactly know what is the thing that you want and what
Mm-hmm.
are the things we can try with you and what would be the success rate of doing a particular experiment. And we also know the risk factor, like how much we can risk it for this particular experiment. So that's where I believe we as a experts come into the place.
Well, and trust me when I say we all have our specialty.
Mhm.
What you do is not mine, right?
Yeah.
And I know that, but I'm getting by. Like I'm doing my thing, right? And that's the bigger
Yeah.
thing is that for especially for entrepreneurs is how much is it costing you not to hire that person,
Yeah.
right? Where are your skills better suited? Like, so if you charge, say, $100 an hour for your consultation, and you can pay someone like you, whatever, say $20 to do that. So is it worth me spending 3 hours to figure out what you can do in 20 minutes? No, it's not. Because I'm
Yeah.
spending, because even though like I'm like, well, I'll just do it. It's, it doesn't cost me anything for me to do it,
Mhm.
but it is costing. It's cost me 3 hours of non-paid consultations to sit at a computer and say, I don't get it. And you go, oh, well, you just go tweak, tweak, tweak. And I'm like, eh, right? Yeah.
Right.
And so that
Exactly.
that for the marketing side is it's more of the pain point of what is it costing you not to hire us, right?
Yeah.
It's not about hiring us or not hiring us. This is like what is it costing you not to hire us? Where are you burning up your resources of your time, your energy trying to fix things that you shouldn't be doing, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
And this is what I like about it too is that because the COVID has made it a world
Hmm.
market now,
Huh.
anyone can be hired anywhere. So
Yeah.
you're not just taking the 5 resumes that walked in the door. You're getting the 5 best of the world, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even code proof that talent doesn't need boundaries.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that I think traditional business got stuck in the well, we can't let them go. Why not? Right?
Huh.
Like they're not doing the job.
Right.
They're not performing. Like why not? And they're especially the big companies, they're really slow to fire,
Yeah. Exactly.
right? Where the smaller ones are like, you're not pulling your weight. Sorry, gotta go. Like, right? Like, I mean,
Exactly.
you're not gonna keep someone on staff if they're not doing the work and they're not keeping up to the demands of the client because it's like you can't, right?
Makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So what else do you want to tell our audience about what you do?
Okay. So what I do, I help coaches, consultants, and trainers to elevate their marketing. So we do websites, we do landing pages, we build funnels, we build social media presence, brand presence, and then paid advertising like Facebook ads, Google ads. Like we are into all the digital marketing stuffs that you can possibly hear in this digital era. So we handle almost everything, and the reason that we do is not to give you hundreds of likes and thousands of followers, but to make thousands of dollars in revenue. And we are very sure about it because we have worked with so many of clients, even in India, in US, in Canada, UK, Australia. everywhere.
Yeah. Well, and that comes down to the bottom line, right? Likes don't pay the bills,
Yeah.
right? And
Right, exactly.
and how many of us before we started seriously networking, is what, like, I'm speaking for myself, just saw things we didn't like, we didn't do anything, we don't commit, right? So it didn't
Yeah,
matter, right? And so it's like, well,
right,
we're putting all these posts out. Well, no one's liking anything. Well, because we don't like things. The kids are what like
right,
things because they
exactly.
think it's fun. And it's just like, for like in podcasting, it's like, how many podcasts have you listened to that you've never subscribed to, never liked, never made a comment? For me,
Yeah,
thousands. But
exactly.
but then I'm like, well, is anyone listening? Well, if they're listening, they just don't like or comment. I know they're listening, right? Because they'll get the phone call back. Oh, I saw, you and your Avinash on a call. Like, it was great. I learned so much. Great. Do you want to subscribe? Do you want to like? It's like,
Yeah.
that's funny. So how long have you been in business?
I've been in this business for 3 years, but
Okay.
officially I started this 2.5 years back.
Okay. That's what I was figuring the
Yeah.
timeline was, but I didn't, yeah. The math wasn't quite there. So,
Yeah, I
um,
understand.
yeah. So if someone went to hire you, what would be,
Hmm.
I'm trying to get the words, what would be your signature thing over another company? What is
Could
your
you come
greatest
again? Like,
talent?
okay, greatest talent. Uh, First thing is we don't give you, like we don't work based on the package or something.
Mm-hmm.
We work with something, we customize it. So we don't follow the same thing for everyone. First, we'll understand your business. Uh, like there are some companies, there are some agencies where which just goes on like, okay, you are coming. Okay, tell your product, tell your service. Okay, we'll do this, do this, do this, do this, and done. We are not like that. We will sit with you. We will sit with you for hours. We will brainstorm with you. We will, without jump, like before jumping to the paid ads or something over marketing, first we will fix the basics of your business. Like we will clear the foundations. Like, is your offer good enough to purchase? Is your target audience ready? Is your profile built enough to trust people? And what are the things that we can do before we jump into the marketing? Is your website built properly? Is your funnel built properly? We will figure it out every stuff, and we will make sure that there are no loopholes in your business, and
Mm-hmm.
then we will get into it.
Well, and one of the things like that I like about the fact that you guys are in India is you get
Mhm.
to play with the algorithms on a different time zone.
Yeah.
So while we're sleeping, you're taking that and going, well, and then you have all this information for us the next day, and we go,
Mhm.
oh, didn't think about that, right? Oh, like,
Yeah.
and I've heard that about hiring VAs out of like the Philippines and stuff, right? It's like, well, we send the email, we want all this stuff, and then it's magically all done when I wake up, right? Because of the time change,
Yeah.
right? So you're not
Because of the
like,
time zones, right?
yeah, so you're not sitting there waiting. Well, are we moving forward? Are we not moving forward? And it's like, there is some positivity to different time zones. Yes,
Yeah,
sometimes you're
exactly.
having calls in the middle of the night. Sometimes,
Mhm.
we're early morning, but the time change works to an advantage when you're trying to see what results are coming out and what, we're going with this marketing plan. And you run the analytics and you're going, well, we ran some analytics last night. Nope. let's go back to the drawing board, right? Or well, we can tweak it
Yeah,
over here, like you know. And I think it's a positive. It can be um like it can I believe it's an enhancing thing rather than before
yeah,
it used to be, oh, like we never know what's going on, or we never, like, it's like, no, we do know, right? Because it gives
right.
like it gives each side time to do their stuff before we make the next decision, before, instead of waiting 2 weeks
Yeah,
to wait, right? Because we're all working on the same time frame. um
yeah, exactly.
yeah, I'm drawing a blank. So what would be, like, in a marketing plan,
Mhm.
what are some crucial steps, like, that an entrepreneur tends to miss, that you say, look at this way, look at that way, so we can get a pivot?
Okay, so many entrepreneurs coming to social media marketing or digital marketing, they do two mistakes. One is they are some of them who is having like funds, like good amount of funds, they tend to hop into paid advertising very soon, which is like a big, big no, which I say, which is a big, big problem for them, which is a like a caution word. If you're starting off and you haven't grown your business organically, then you shouldn't directly jump to paid advertising, even if you have funds with you to spend, because you are actually not clear whether your business actually works or not. First is that, and second is many people they are tend to fall behind this fancy things, like they are they just run behind the followers, they run behind the likes, they run behind the comments, the shares. But you need to understand, if you want to build a successful company or a successful business,
Hmm.
followers doesn't matter. I've seen people who are making thousands of dollars in just some hundreds of followers, and I've seen some people who are having millions of followers and get making only some penny of it just to get the bills done. So that's fine. Even if you see mine also, on LinkedIn, I don't even have much followers. I have, I guess, 300 or something. And over Instagram, I have 250 or something. That's it.
Yeah.
And still, we are able to manage to earn a company, and we have managed to do lots of things. We have managed to get inbound leads. We are managing to get our works done. So that's a big example of saying that you shouldn't get into the trap of what doesn't matter. You need to only focus on what matters.
Yeah. Well, and that's great advice, especially when, like, entrepreneurs are usually like, what bill are we paying? Right? What's the most important, right? What's the most important thing on our plate? Um, and I've seen many, many companies throw thousands and thousands of dollars into Facebook networking, and I'm like, you didn't get any results.
Yeah,
Like,
actually true.
yeah, right? Like, where are the results? Where, like, make the connection. And that's why, even with networking, it's like you keep jumping groups to see where are the connections, where are the players, where are the, right? And it's like you find your home, who we're
Yeah,
all
exactly.
here to help each other. It's not about the sale, right? The
Right.
sale the sale will come, you know?
Networking is meant for it. We are just to help each other and to know each other.
Yeah.
It's not for selling, obviously.
Yeah. And I like, and most of my life people have called me, who do you know? Right? Like the old Rolodex. Like, who do you know? And I'm like, who do I know? I don't know. Who do I know? And then I'll be like, oh, I know Avinash. Call him. Or I know Adele. Okay, right? Like, And so it's just interesting
Yeah.
because I realized, like, while I was going into the digital space,
Hmm.
I had to have a different perspective on the Rolodex.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
it's not physical cards I flip through anymore. It's who's
Hmm.
digitally attached to LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Like I'm like, oh right, I know that person. Well, kinda. I'll right. It's a semi-soft, warm introduction, right? But still, it's a warmer lead than just calling cold, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, what would you say to a young entrepreneur that like
Hmm.
what are some good lessons that you've learned that you could share so they don't have to fall in the same trap?
Uh, First advice I would give to young entrepreneurs is to never hesitate for taking help because many of them hesitates to take help when I was. Second is always have a learning attitude because that's what build that's what will build your business in the longer run. And thirdly, risk taking factor. But I also say risk taking factor, and you also need to be very what we say calculated risk taking factor, I should say, because it's not always about how good you are in taking the decision faster or doing the work, but it's also important that you take off your hands back when you think this is not working or this will not work for you. So
Yeah.
that's very important and a crucial skill for you to have.
And that those are very good points because just owning a business, regardless if you're a solopreneur and have lots of employees, it's it's understanding if the route that we're going
Yeah.
down doesn't fit, pull
Hmm.
back,
Right.
regroup, figure it out before you spend so much time and energy that you're like, I'm done. I'm closing shop, right? And
Yeah, it's like you're pouring water into a glass which has a hole.
yeah, but
You
but
need to figure it out, right?
but then I don't
Then
like
it has a hole.
I don't know if you've ever listened to Jay Shetty, but he has a story in one of his books about going to the water with two buckets, right? And he goes with his buckets, and then on the way back, it's like, why do you go with that bucket? It has a hole. But look at the beauty that it grows, because all the flowers are all on the one side that has the hole. You might not
Right.
get two full buckets back, but you have beauty to walk and see every day because you water the flowers on the one side. And I think it's true,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah, exactly.
it might not be the best tactic for us or the best way to go, but it's like we could just stop and smell the flowers.
Yeah.
It might take
uh,
us a little bit longer to make that next sale, but it's going to be a bigger sale because they're going to say,
yeah.
you had such patience with us while we, fuddled around and tried to figure it out ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
after this point, patience is also one thing that every entrepreneur should have, young entrepreneurs, because it took me 8 months to crack my first deal. So that's the time and effort that I put it on. And for whole 1.5 years, I didn't have a vacation. I didn't have a holiday
Yep.
for myself, even for my family. Even I was like sick. I used to work. That's the pressure that you need to handle. So you should be capable enough to handle the pressure and at the same time patient enough to have the patience, right? Okay, I have to stick on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get results
Mm-hmm.
and I'll make sure that this will work.
Yeah. Well, and that's the bigger lesson too in entrepreneurship is you're sick. Who cares? You don't feel well? Who
Right,
cares? You still got to go in.
right.
You still got to deal with the clients. Like, yes, you can reschedule to a point, but it's up to you.
Yeah,
right? If your staff don't show up, you got to do it. No
Yeah.
one's no one's there to pick it up for
No
you.
one's going to do. Yeah, no one
Yeah.
to work for you.
So what does your family think now that you got 5 years under your belt, you're making some money, you got some employees?
Firstly, when I was trying to drop the college, whole family was against me.
Mm-hmm.
Like as I said, I have a joint family. So my joint family consists of 26 to 28 people, and everyone were against me. Only two, three members, like who are also not young, elder, but they were younger than me. So
Oh,
they were supporting me. Okay, let's do. They were like, okay, fun. It's like looking fun. Let's do. Let him do. But now the things has changed. Now when I see over them, they are like, okay, uh, I we are glad that you were stick with your plan and you did it. But I also remind them that this is not the ending.
yeah.
There is more to go. There is more that I will face. And I know at that time what I could hear from you.
Yeah. Well, and it's true because the younger ones that coming up under you are going, go, 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 because then they're not going to have as much trouble when they say we're not going to university, right? We're following
Yeah.
the entrepreneur, right? And so it, it is the paradigm shift, and it's hard for parents, especially like in India, where go to school, get the education, right? Um,
Yeah.
because you guys have a different system, right?
Yeah. It has a different system, and it's like over there, education is kept over top. Even if you are educated, like if you have a degree and you are making just 10,000 rupees per month, you people will they think they will give you respect. But in other place, if you don't have a degree and even if you are making uh, lakhs of rupees, people don't care. They think, okay, he's not even having a degree. So that's the perception that parents have
Yeah,
while looking over the society. But if we get into the deeper nuances of the people, then you will understand that what matters is only money. There is nothing for the formal degree or something. That's for the long time, or you can say at the longest pace.
yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
my hat's off to you to kind of, as I say, buck the system and follow your heart, right? Like,
Thanks, that really matters.
yeah, because it's not easy. And in a
Yeah.
weird way, I was the opposite. It was like I grew up with entrepreneurs, and I'm like, no. Like I saw the positive and the negative of it both, and I went, I'll try do the corporate climb the ladder, and I'm like, that ain't working either. So here I am, entrepreneur. So
Yeah, yeah. I congratulate you too for taking the steps that you are doing right now, and I am glad that you are following the path that you love.
yeah, well, it's not even about following. It's just who I am,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like I've been doing this work since I was 3, so now I'm just deciding to get paid. So
Yeah.
so as we wrap up here, what would you
Mhm.
want the audience to hear, understand? Like, what's that nugget that if they only listen to the last 5 minutes, like, what would that nugget be?
Uh, like the takeaways you are saying?
Yeah,
Okay. So the takeaway is again the same. First is you need to have patience if you want to get into business, and the second thing is it's okay if you are not fitting into the corporate world, and it is also okay if you're not fitting into the business world, because you never know what is your real thing. Like you can grind, you can crush it over sales, if you're in a corporate world. But you may not crush at sales if you're doing it individual level at your business. So you need to understand that, and the main thing is you don't need to think about the social media. Like
Yeah.
social media is all about the red rose carpet that is showing, but that doesn't shows the uh, thorns that has under the red rose. So that's the first thing. And nextly, uh, I think people are tend to get more towards entrepreneur to be a businessman, but that's not always true. It everything has its two sides. Every coin has two sides. So you need to understand which one is your thing that you want to choose it and grind. Because though it's a corporate world, though it's a business world, uh, in both the places you need to grind. You need to put your work. You need to give your time, and you need to uh, do the hard work to make it done.
Yeah. And you nailed it with you nailed you nailed it with the hard work, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what people don't understand is that, well, you're on holidays again and you're like you can work from the beach, and it's like, yeah, but I put in how many years of
Yeah.
grind and whatever to be able to afford some of the luxuries. Like, yeah, because in a job, you only can get the pay. You might get a raise, like, but you only get the pay. But an entrepreneur, you put in the time, you put in the work, you put in the dedication, you look after your customers with loyalty and care. There's nothing that will stop you. So,
People loves the life of entrepreneur that is 7 8 years after working,
yeah,
but they don't like the work that they are doing for that 7 8 years.
yeah,
So that's why you
and
need to understand. Like you need to understand like what is your strengths, uh, what are your weaknesses, and where you can put it off your work uh, to be a successful. It's always okay to be in a corporate world, and you can get success over there also.
mm,
But it's you can also be successful in business if you are suitable for that also.
yeah. Well, and I think that's what people forget that most entrepreneurs close
Hmm.
their business within the first 5 years.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
if they
And
get past the second year, the fifth year is the next
hmm,
struggle, and then But hey, we're here.
yeah,
We're
makes no sense.
standing.
Yeah, and one more thing, what I think is like this is something that we study in the religious books that says you are at the right place where you are. So
Yeah,
rather than thinking of like oh my god, I'm stuck in this 9 to 5, or thinking, oh, what I'm doing, my colleagues are in 9 to 5 and they are having a fixed time, and I'm working here starting off a business for I'm working 12 hours 16 hours. But you are meant to be at this place, and your friends or your colleagues are meant to be at that place. That's
yeah,
why they are there, you are here. So you just don't need to stress out. You don't need to think more about it. You just need to focus on what you're working right now.
yeah. Well, and that's perfectly said because it means that we're in the presence. We're shining our light where we're
Yeah,
supposed to shine it, and the rest just falls away.
right,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah. It's been a pleasure talking to you, having you on the show, and
It's been
everything.
pleasure for me also
And I'll have
getting to your
everything.
show.
Yeah, I'll have everything in the show notes for people to be able to reach out to you, and I hope you do because he's an amazing young man, and he knows he has that gut that's just going. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep going, and he's really wanting to help people. So thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sure, sure.
Wow, what a wonderful conversation with Avinash. He is a bright light in this world. And if you could use his services for marketing, getting your website built, anything tech, like the intuitiveness that he has, the way he handles himself is from a much wiser person. Yet it's so wonderful that he's so young and following his heart, trusting in his gut to keep going. And yeah, so everything will be in the show notes. And we would love you to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Tell us what you think.